Okay, so good morning everyone, and thank you for the kind introduction that you have given me. So I would like to begin the session on wind energy. So let me show the my screen. So now can you see my screen? So I just want to confirm you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is an overview of wind energy systems. I would like to present that, and in this, my one of my student, Miss Divyanshi, has helped me in compiling the materials. So actually, I have not made it like a full presentation because I want to cover some kind of hand written things also, because it will be rather than slides, it will be more interesting if you see the handwritten derivation, some interesting findings. So, but before I jump into that, so I have a YouTube channel, as it was just mentioned. So, in which there is one of the playlist about renewable energy, and if you look at the right side part in this, that is introduction to wind energy system, and then wind energy economic considerations, then mathematics of wind power generation and wind power scenario in India. So already I have created some of these videos which are available online. So in addition to what today's session, you can also refer to these sessions. And apart from these videos, I also make a lot of other subjects, like the basics, like DC machines and transformers and electric circuits, magnetic circuits. So all these courses which I teach, I have also made videos on YouTube. So my YouTube video name is Pradeep Yamula, my own name. So you search on YouTube, and you can while you are there, you can subscribe, and you can look at the playlist. Different playlists are there, and you can follow that. So with that, I'd like to come to today's session, and it is not very in-depth session, but I'll try to cover some of the interesting concepts. So first is the brief introduction, and then mathematics of wind energy, global scenario, Indian scenario, and some concluding remarks. Okay, so with this, I think I'll shift to another thing. So instead of directly jumping into mathematics of wind energy, I would like to talk about the scenarios. So and then maybe next we will go into that. So again, I hope you are able to see my screen. So
Yes, sir.
I have listed some of the bullet points here, and one by one we'll try to go. And these are some of the general things that you should be aware of while working with wind power. So wind power scenario in India. So wind power generation capacity in India significantly increased in recent years. Now, in fact, not only wind, even solar and all also picking up very fast. So as of 31st August 2020, so this is slightly 2-3 months old data. So right now we are in November 2020. Okay, so as of 31st August 2020, the total installed wind power capacity is 38 gigawatt, the fourth largest installed wind power capacity in the world, and the total renewable capacity is 89 gigawatt. So our India's target is to go to 175 gigawatt by 2022. So right now we are at 89. So still we have to cross 100, and we have to go to 175 in next 2 years, which means almost we're going to double our capacity in next 2 years. So it is a huge increase that is there in the entire renewable energy, out of which about 40% is about our wind power itself, 38 gigawatt. Now, this data is as of 31st August 2020, and for the information of everyone, if you want to find out the latest installed capacity, so the website is CEA. So you go to Google and type cea.co.in. No, I think not this one. Simply just type CEA. Central Electricity Authority, CEA. So you can find that link, and then once you open, So you will have a lot of reports. On the left side you can see daily report, executive summary, install capacity, and all these things. So for example, if I again at the top, if I go to this one, reports, so I can get a monthly report here. So you can go to monthly report tab. So before that, if I again go back, there is a slideshow on the home screen itself. So this is the official government website of Central Electricity Authority, and you can see some information slideshow about wind. You can see, so transformation capacity, some data and all it is given. So you can also refer to that. So now coming to these reports, so far now October report is not yet out, but September report is available. So if I click that and if I go down and then search for wind, so this is generation. So now if I go to capacity, so here again you can confirm. So 38.124 is the wind power capacity. So what you can see right now on your screen is the breakup of the renewable energy in India. So this is in megawatts. So small hydro is 4,739 or about 4,734. Sorry, 740, and wind power is 38.12 gigawatt or 38,124 gigawatt. So earlier it was just 38 I mentioned. So meanwhile 124 megawatts have been added in this just 1 month. So probably the last month. Okay, let me also open that. If I open the August one, and search for wind. So here you can see in the month of, as of 31st August, wind power was only 37,999 or 37 gigawatt, you can round off. Now that figure now coming in just 1 month, it has become 38,124. So you can see constant growth. So in 1 month itself, 124 megawatts of wind power has been added across the country. So like this you can track all the not only this, all the other things. So while we are at it, let's have a look at the solar power also. So in the month of 30 September 2020, 36 gigawatt of solar is there. Now if I go back in the month of 31st August, that is 35.739. Okay, so 35,739 gigawatt was there. Now it is 36,000. So almost how much? Almost 300 megawatts of solar power has been added in last 30 days in the month of September. So these numbers are constantly increasing, and the resource that I just showed you is the CEA website, Central Electricity Authority. So if you want to get the latest information about not only that, there are different reports, regulations. In fact, there are daily reports, executive summary, power maps, different tenders, circulars. So much information is available on this particular website. So you can refer to that. Okay. So let me come back to our document. So here maybe I can just add a point here. Okay, I'll just leave it for now. So according to the statistics presented in the World Wind Energy Association, so there is another resource, World Wind Energy Association. The overall capacity of all wind turbines installed worldwide as of 2019 reached 650.8 gigawatt. Okay, so worldwide is 650, whereas we are already at 38. Okay, so it's a good respectable number. So if I take a percentage, so as of 31st August, the national electric grid in India has installed capacity of, okay, so this 372 gigawatt is the overall Indian grid capacity, out of which wind power capacity is about 10% of total installed capacity. Next, total renewable energy installed capacity in India is 88. So again, I mentioned earlier. So now this crossed 89, and 23.8% of the total installed capacity. Wind power installed capacity is about 42% of the total renewable capacity. So India has the high wind energy potential. Okay. So what is the potential? So 302 gigawatt at 100 meters and 695 gigawatt at 120. That is our entire potential. How much of the potential is realized? So 302, and we just saw here 38. So almost just about 10% of the potential only we have realized. So therefore we can even we can step up our wind power even 10 times. We can increase, still we will have a potential available in our country. So there is a huge scope of growth of wind power. Yeah, so next point, the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy (MNRE) has set a target of installing 175 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity by 2022, which includes 100 gigawatt from solar, 60 gigawatt from wind, 10 gigawatt from biopower, and 5 from small hydropower. So if you look at this breakup, see, by 2022, right now we are at 38 gigawatt, so it should become 60 gigawatt. Okay? So whether we'll be able to get 60 gigawatt or not. Okay? So, but going by the trend, it is definitely achievable. Next is we talked about solar, right? So solar, we want to touch 100 gigawatt solar by 2022. So right now, what is the solar? We were just looking at some time back. The solar is 36 gigawatt, okay, as of September. So this 36 should become 100. Okay. So by next 2 years. So do you think it is achievable? So this 100 gigawatt also has a further split actually, 60 plus 40, where 60 should come from rooftop and 40 should come from large projects, funded by private and government and like that. So, or it might be the other way around, but to be safe, we can assume 50-50. So, even common people like you and me, the regular consumers, can also contribute to the India's target of 100 gigawatt solar by installing rooftop solar on our houses. Even if we do in kilowatts, it over across millions of people, it will add up and become gigawatts. So that is about that. And then let's continue. It is likely to fall short of its ambitious wind energy target by up to 10 gigawatts. So this is like again a little bit of prediction, but then let's see how it goes. The country's total wind energy capacity would only reach 50 by 2022 as existing pipelines and new auctions face multiple challenges. So, but then if still there is time, so if things get resolved, it is also possible to cross that. Now coming to wind energy generated. Okay, so as per CEA report of July 2020, total wind energy generated in India for the month is 6966 million unit, like this. So this is about July 2020, right? So let's see if we can find the latest information. So I'll again go to the same executive summary, and then I'll just search for wind. So here, if you again so on your screen again, we can find out what is the all India generation from renewables. So this is as of August 2020. For the month of August 2020, from wind we were able to generate 9,645 million units. So these are in figures are in million units. Okay. So 9,645 million units, and compared to last year, it is slightly reduced. So due to some reason, so the wind again depends on the weather. So this is one of the issue. Whereas solar, you can see significant increase from the last year for the month of August 2020, and all other sources are also mentioned here. Okay. So if I go back to the executives, whatever I was preparing here. So here I will say August. So now I have the data of August also. Total wind energy generated. So instead of 6966, right now what we have 9645. Okay, so it's a good increase. 9645 million units. So which is also 9.645 terawatt hours. So now we also know the installed capacity. So again going back for the July data. So here it is August data. whereas this is July data. So going back to August data, so what I get is 6.966 terawatt hours divided by 32 point, so this is the capacity multiplied by 24 hours multiplied by 30 days per month, and this is for connection of units and conversion to percentage. So finally what we get is capacity factor of wind energy is only 25%. So which means because the wind output is not constant throughout the period, so sometimes it may be more, sometimes it may be less, so therefore the capacity factor is only 25%. Okay? So which is also, like in some places, depends on your location. So if you locate it by studying the weather patterns and where constant wind velocity is there across the year, so then the capacity factor may become more. So so that is the one of the issue. Okay? Not only the capacity factor is less, the variations also, intermittent wind variations are there, which are all technical challenges. But then, since it is clean energy, since it is renewable energy, definitely we should go with the wind power. And of course there is no fuel cost, no running cost, so it is also very advantageous in that sense. Okay. Now just one more point, that is the calculation. So I'll just match this point into the next page. So in the month of July, the total electrical energy demand met by India is 121.71 billion units. So total electrical energy demand met, from which 13.242 billion unit is from renewable energy sources, out of which 6.966, that is just now what we mentioned, is through wind energy. So although wind installed capacity is 23%, 23.8%, the wind energy consumption is only 5.723%. So the capacity may be, capacity wise it is 23.8, but that is the power wise, whereas energy wise it is only 5.723%. That is for the month of July, but of course we can also now calculate month of August and all, so we can do that. Now coming to this largest wind farm in India, so Muppandal wind farm of capacity 1500 megawatt. So you can, I think there will be a lot of information available on this, so you can just simply search for the title and you will get the information of this particular Muppandal wind farm. So the location is somewhere near to the southern tip of India, the Muppandal wind power, and capacity is 1500 megawatt or 1.5 gigawatt. So located at Kanyakumari district. So you can see Kanyakumari, again it's a very historic and beautiful place, the southern tip of India. So you can see. And while we are here, there is also detailed information, that is wind power in India, and so there is another page about wind power in India. So anyway, let's come back to this. Now second largest wind farm in India is Jaisalmer wind park of capacity 1.64 megawatt. See, again all these statistics are as of July or August, the second half of the 2020. So probably in the future years these may become, the largest may become the second largest if something else comes up. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy set a target of 5 gigawatt of offshore wind power by 2022 and 30 gigawatt by 2030. Now this is something new. So offshore means it's not on the land, it will be on the ocean, there will be a wind power. So the target is 5 gigawatt for that, and that is by 2022 and 30 gigawatt by 2030. So again you can see almost a 6 times increase from the present, the target of 2022 to target of 2030, it's increased by 6 times. So again, if you are working in the area of offshore wind power, there's so many opportunities again might be there in India. Now offshore wind power plant in India, there's only 100 megawatt demonstration project planned off the coast of Gujarat. So still it's just in the very initial stages. Now coming to Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu has nearly 9.3 gigawatt of cumulative wind installations. So Tamil Nadu is actually the leader within the India out of all the states, representing a 24.77% share of total installed capacity in India as of 2020. Okay. So the reference for this is again here, the CEA website I have given. So now this is one more interesting figure which I got from again online source. This is actually to the scale, and this shows the evolution of the size of the wind turbine. Single wind turbine, how much it can generate. So here, so for example, as you increase the height, the more energy can be extracted from the wind. So therefore we have to go for larger height, and at the same time, if you increase the length of your wind blade, the overall cross section area of the wind turbine will be more, and you can generate more. So back in 1980, the tallest wind turbine was about only 15 meters, and it could only generate about 10 kilowatt. I think 0.01 megawatt is like 10 kilowatt. Then 10 kilowatt will became 100 kilowatt, then became 500 kilowatt, 600 kilowatt, and slowly we entered into the megawatt range. And then by the time 2010, a single turbine can generate 7.5 megawatt, which is a huge power already. And then now as of 2020, in the market, 252 meter, almost quarter kilometer tall wind turbines are available, which can generate, a single turbine can generate 20 megawatts of wind power. So these are some of the interesting scales that you should know about the wind turbine. So of course some interesting mathematics also is there in it, which we are going to see in the next section, but then I thought I will show this. And let us complete this part, that is wind power scenario in the world. So according to the statistics presented by the World Wind Energy Association, the overall capacity of all wind turbine installed worldwide as of 2019 reached 650.8 gigawatt. Okay. So again, if you go to this WWEA, so you will find some more information on that. So this is the website of WWEA, and so there is a home, and then mission, all these things, working groups are there, and then webinars are available on this. So let's look at what kind of webinars are available. So there are some register here for free. Okay. So there are some free webinars are available, previous webinars. So recordings are also available. So by the way, I could not see this. I would have covered some points from all of this if I had seen this earlier. But let's see, wind power markets around the world. There is a webinar. Okay. And wind community power matters in times of crisis. Okay. So community power industrialized, sorry, this is not wind, this is Y. So this is talking about community power. So I think wind power and renewable energy policies, what is best to reach 100% renewable. So this is a presentation about policies, and achieving energy self-sufficiency with small wind turbine. Okay, so that is also there. Community power partnership for developing countries. So there are a lot of resources. Education and training for wind power and renewable energy. So wind power markets around the world, half yearly review. So the Asia and Australia. So all over the world, all these things are available. So let's just for sample, let's open one. So wind power markets around the world. So this is the previous webinar I'm just trying to open. So this was delivered in April of 2020, and yes, it is available here. They have kept it nicely. They have kept it in YouTube itself. Okay, so good. So again, people, you can refer to this welcome and global market overview. Okay. So I'll just for the sake of, I'll add it as one of the resource here. I'll go to the end and add. So webinars on, sorry, on wind. Okay, so let's finish this 2-3 points which we have. As of 2019, China tops the chart with 236 gigawatt of installed capacity, followed by United States 105 gigawatt capacity, and Germany 61. So actually India is number 4. So first is China, then US, then Germany, and followed by India. So 236 gigawatt, 105 gigawatt, 61 gigawatt respectively. Wind power is used in commercial basis in more than half of all the countries of the world. Okay, so this is the chart. Top 10 countries in 2018 and top 10 countries in 2019. So here you can see again China, US, Germany, India. Again China, US, Germany, India. So the oh, this is what this is. This is the added wind capacity, right? This must be cumulative. The title may be wrong. This must be cumulative. Oh, I think some connectivity problem. Yeah. So I was talking about this top 10 countries. So this is, I think this is a cumulative number, and this is the added in that particular year. So that's why the numbers are like this. So you can notice that as I already mentioned, 230 is China, 105, 61, and 37. Okay. So let's. I think this part I have completed. So let me now pause for a minute, and then I would like to get some questions from the audience on this thing. So yeah. So any questions you have so far? So I'd just like to pause for 1 or 2 minutes to get some questions. Yeah, I noticed Dr. K. Srilata has raised a hand. So, do you have a question? Dr. K. Srilata.